Let's do a quick recap of ICN 2025 Nationals in Canberra. First time competing there, and boy, it was good. It was challenging, was interesting, good things and takeaways and things that I enjoyed doing in a different place, in a different federation, and I will just take you through all of that today. It feels so hard to come up with a time that I can actually just relax and take you through everything that I did this past weekend in the ICN show. But quick recap, I think it was again a very improved look overall compared to previous shows. I think the feedback was that, especially coming from coach, and overall, like looking at my pictures on the previous day and the day of the show, like very mint look, the glutes, the tie-ins, and like really working to get the pump and the peak right, just for the sake of having the best look on stage. And it was a little bit more of a challenge this time because I needed to be ready early for the wellness division, and I was going to do the extra division of sports open in the afternoon, which made it really hard because you have to pretty much be ready and peak exactly on those times to be full and like pump up and do the things that you need to do on the right timings for each time that you show up on stage. So I guess I'm happy with the feedback and I'm happy with the results. I think overall this year the quality of the competitors has been a lot higher, and that has made a much more challenging, I guess, competition, which is nice, which is good, because it's all about judgment of your physique compared against others, as well as like how your physique stacks against the majority. And it seems like it just depends on like what the judges are looking for on that particular day, and like how your physique just actually just, I don't know, compares against others. So perhaps if you're really shredded and like really hard and the competitors are more softer, then perhaps you kind of like going to look a bit off. So you have to downplay a little bit how you show up on that competition. And it actually was funny because I did 30 plus in wellness, which I won the gold. Then I came into novice, and in novice I came third. It seems like I was way too hard compared to the rest of the competitors, but in open I came second, and that sort of kind of shows that it just depends who you are competing against. So I was very close to win gold, but second place is it's not too bad, especially just coming in opens. I think it is the first time I do opens and I do come up with this sort of like expectation that I could have done a lot better, but at the same time I'm sort of like happy where I placed, given the fact that there were quite a good quality competitors in that division, as well as it is what it is. So just learning about being a good competitor and learning about your good positives, the potentially what could have happened, and that you cannot control everything. You cannot control the decisions of the judges, who shows up on the day. You just can do the best you can and just be happy with your progress and your journey. So I am quite happy the way I feel and the way I have performed. I am more happier even this time because compared to the NBA show, I did a lot more work on my actual posing. So focused on refining a lot more my front pose, which I believe it was a lot better, a lot stronger, and that was really positive. Now, moving into that gap where I had to wait after the opens all the way until it was like a 4 hour gap that I kind of like needed to linger around and wait and sort of like try to navigate my tiredness, my fatigue. I was really tired. Overnight I just couldn't sleep well. I just couldn't feel like I could settle on the bed. I couldn't find a comfortable position. Has that ever happened to you? Like you really want to sleep, but it seems like your hands can't find a place where to stay, and your body's just restless. I felt that way, and on top of that, like my bowels wanted just to decided to open. They wanted to open at 2 a.m. So it's like, oh man, it was just a bit of a hard night. Then after that, basically just wanted to get everything done and dusted, wake up early, getting the makeup done, the last second tan, which was, by the way, horrible experience in terms of like the temperature. It was so cold, and you have to pretty much go naked into that spray tan, and the spray was cold. It was super cold outside. There was actually air conditioning in the venue, and so it was freezing, shaking. It was really horrible. But then obviously you sort of like put everything on top and try to warm a bit, but you're so tiny, you're so skinny, that makes things even a lot worse. Now, moving back to what I was talking about, getting ready for Sports Open. Man, I think it was fun. I came in with this one just to see what could I do. I didn't go with any expectation of placing well or winning anything. I just wanted to enjoy myself, pose, and like, because it uses a different suit, you can actually wear your tennis shoes, and instead of heels, it just felt more like myself. And there were just different positions of your body that you can actually display your upper body, your back, which is a part of my body that I love, and it's nice that I could just use some of those poses to display my physique in other ways. So that was fun, and I'm pretty happy that Taya came fourth. But again, not unhappy. Could I have done better? Probably, but I honestly have lost so much muscle in my upper body that probably my lats weren't big enough. I didn't practice that much posing for that, because it was not like a big goal for me. It was more like the wellness part. So it was more just, let's go, have fun, smile, be proud, and just go and do it. It's all about the experience, and I am pretty happy with how I did that competition. Now we're gonna be 4 weeks and a half out from my last very show in Japan, amateur Olympia, Japan, and I really want to work on getting the tines of my glutes a little bit more dialed in, which requires me to continue losing slightly more body fat. We'll see how we get from here in 4 weeks. I think there's time for a little bit of a break this next week, just slightly more calories, a little bit of extra recovery, and then head back into the protocol to get a little bit leaner. So I am in a really good place. I have a lot of thoughts. I have a lot of fears and anxiety for the travel per se, and I am really glad that I've been managing this week to organize the tin, the makeup. I was able to contact someone that is going to do my makeup in the hotel where I'm going to stay in Tokyo, and I was able to get in touch with a company that is going to do the tanning and organize the timings that I'm going to be having the tans. So that is just taking a big heavy lift out of my shoulders, which is good. And I have a lot more clarity of what time I'm going to be competing, which is going to be the 22nd of November around 11ish midday, and I'm going to be doing novice. and opens. So really looking forward to that. I want from you guys to tell me, amongst the two bikinis I've used so far, the pink and the red, which one is the winner? Which one should I use for that amateur Olympia? I really want your input to decide, because I am having a very hard time deciding which one is going to be the one that I want to use. And I need to be very intentional about the weight and everything that I'm going to take with me on the luggage, because guys, Japan is very complicated with the luggage thing. Everything has to be pre-planned. You have to have everything ready to go. There's a lot of things that you have to book ahead, and it's like you need to kind of have an eye in the future and predict roughly everything that is going to happen, so you don't miss a thing. And that has given me a lot of extra work to do this week. And I'm looking forward so much to the after the show, just because I'm going to be able to really enjoy myself and relax now that is the end, with intention. I'm not going to just go YOLO. I'm going to start working in the next couple of days and weeks on a plan post-show, which is something that always should be part of your post-diet phase. If you're not a competitor and you are dieting, and this is something that I discuss with my clients as well, you have to have a plan. You have to know what needs to happen and what are some of the things you have to put in place, so you don't feel like now, after everything is done, you feel super lost. And if there is no structure, if there is no boundaries in place, if there is no intentionality, things can go rogue, can be really, really bad. So I'm actually trying to start planning, what do I want to do? How do I want to do things? Because obviously during all this time, prepping and being an athlete and a physique athlete becomes your identity. It's everything you do. It's everything you think about. But what is going to happen after that? I am not going to need to do all the cardio. I'm not going to need to track every single gram of things. I'm not going to need to train so hard when I'm so tired, and I'm actually going to be able to give myself some grace and rest more. I am not going to need to do photo shoots or think so much about my physique. I can actually just give myself a lot more flexibility, and that is going to be a phase that I feel like I know that I have to get through it, but it's going to be hard, because that's going to bring with it weight gain. I need to really think about my plans moving and transitioning to this new phase that I want to experience, which is motherhood. But the big challenge right now is getting my period back, getting the diet right so I can increase my fat intake, which has been very, very low, and being very intentional about reversing this amenorrhea that's been for quite a while since I've been competing. And I'm scared. Honestly, I'm really scared, but I'm also excited and looking forward to that phase of my life. I don't know, I feel like I'm not going to be ready. I'm not ready. If you ask me, I'm not ready at all. But I've heard so many times, you're never ready until you live it and you learn through that experience. But I think that is going to bring a lot of a different vibe in my life. It's going to bring a light and a different purpose that I think it's going to be interesting. I don't know if it's going to be, I can't say it is going to be beautiful right now. I know everyone says that being a mother and living all that pregnancy and is the most beautiful thing you can ever experience in your life as a woman. I am open to it, and I want to experience that. I want to, by the end of the day, say that that was the actual experience. But I'm fucking scared, and I have no idea how would that look like. I don't even know if I am going to be able to do it. I need to, first of all, the first goal is just to get my period back, and secondly, just see if I can actually get pregnant. And after that, we'll focus on the rest as we go, and I'll keep you guys updated. I think that is going to be a very interesting phase of my life, and I think I want to just be super honest, super real, and take you through all my recovery journey post-show, because this is what real life is. It's not all beautiful and perfect. We all go through shit, and we all struggle with different things in life. And I don't know if any other person, or I don't know any other person at the moment that has competed and then decides to work on that period recovery to then get pregnant, and how mindset and your emotional well-being and that transition in your body affects your mental health and your emotional well-being, and being able to accept it, being able to look at your body after you've been the most incredibly shredded ever, and being able to see and accept and understand that it's okay to see your body change and to gain body fat and no longer see your abs, or no longer see the lines in your quads, the lines in your shoulders, the veins that just pop out of your arms and legs and abs without doing anything at all. That is going to be really, 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 really hard. But at the same time, it's really hard to just stay here. You have no idea how hard it is to just maintain this leanness, and how hard it is to being able to maintain this level of physique, and how it affects you. Like, you think you are, and you're judging your body all the time, because you know that you're going to be judged on top of it. So if you remove the part of competing, and it was just for the sake of staying this lean, I am probably not going to stay this lean either, or wouldn't stay this lean either, because sometimes just even with a little bit of extra more body fat, I feel fucking good. And mostly when it comes to performance, when it comes to strength, you want to have the exercise, you want to have the strength and the energy to perform and to see your body like functioning well. I would love to go for a run, or do things like going to take a ride on a bicycle, or just, I don't know, fucking do a marathon or whatever. But I can't focus on that because it doesn't align with my current goals, and I just don't have the energy. Like, I literally start running a little bit, and when I finish, I probably don't feel it as much, but the next day I'm just completely sore and devastated. So we gotta focus on what matters the most right now, which is closing this phase of my life in the best way possible, finish and close it with this amazing experience that I'm looking forward to in Japan. I've never been to Japan, so that is one thing that is just been something very interesting and amazing to look forward to. I'm prepping and thinking and planning and doing all these things in the background before, during, and after the show, and knowing that my husband comes with me, and my mom is going to come all the way from South America to join us, and then she's going to come with us to Australia and stay with us for my birthday and Christmas and New Year's. And it's just nice to see that it's going to be a beautiful time, and with family, my two most close family persons, my husband and my mom. So this is going to be a special time. And then after that, just transition to that next phase, which I'm looking forward towards. And overall, my current training is looking like very, very little upper body, almost zero, just like 2, maximum 3 sets. 3 sets is too much already for anything upper body related. Arms, shoulders, back, triceps, biceps, everything is just limited to such a little amount. And we're just focusing on glutes, hamstrings, quads, and calves. That's the most important focus, and it's not even like a huge amount of sets. And we're doing that 3 to 4 times. We're actually doing 4 to 5 times a week. That's just a relatively lower volume. Cardio this week has been pretty low, but it's likely going to come up very soon again. So I'll keep you posted with that. My average calories this week has been about 1,500-ish, because I've gotten a few days that were low, but 3 days that were higher calories. So that's been quite nice to just do, now that I had a little bit of extra time to recover with some extra calories and carbohydrates. We'll see what happens next week. I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like everything that I've been sharing with you, make sure you like, subscribe, and let me know again which color of my suit, pink or red for the competition that is coming soon? Let me know.